What's going on, guys? This is Ryan from Crossfire Combat. This is going to be the second fight for the UFC 160 Bigfoot versus Kane 2 card. Just a quick little prediction video for Junior Santos versus Mark Hunt. This is going to be a very exciting fight. It's going to be a fight that doesn't last long. You got two dudes with huge hands, two dudes that don't care to trade. I think that Mark Hunt got a huge step up in this fight. He's become quite the fan favorite. He isn't at all a fan favorite. I'm not a fan of his. He's one of the guys that comes in incredibly overweight, poor physique, and Junior Dos Santos is one of my absolute favorite fighters because of the exact opposite reasons. I like the fact that he's well disciplined, a very well trained athlete, very dominant individual. You're looking at a guy that can brawl, and Mark Hunt, a guy that can throw big overhands and big uppercuts, especially the right uppercut, against a guy that's probably top 3 boxer in UFC. He is one of the few people that just knocked Kane completely out and did in less than a minute. Mark Hunt's going to struggle in this fight, so a lot of the fans out there, I'm sorry, but he's going to struggle. He doesn't have the speed, and speed is what you have to beat JDS. The only reason Kane can beat him is because of speed. That's how he annihilated him the last time. Mark Hunt is incredibly slow and has very, very bad stamina. He can't last more than a round with swinging. As you saw in the Stefan Struve fight, a lot of people were so impressed by that win. I'm not at all impressed by that. He got a punishment handed to him. I mean, he's got a hard head, I'll give it to him. But Stefan Struve isn't JDS in any stretch, and the only reason he really knocked Stefan Struve out is because Stefan Struve tanked in the 3rd round. Kept putting his hands down and ate a huge shot that he walked right into. I mean, you had two dudes throwing the slowest punches ever, and it was just, hey, whose head is harder? Mark Hunt's head ended up being harder. But that's his biggest win in the UFC. He's 9-7. Now, that's not really indicative to him being a poor fighter. He's fought he's fought a gauntlet. I mean, his record is crazy. I mean, the names he's fought are just ridiculous. So that's not necessarily indicative to his talent level per se. He's just fought a lot of dudes. He's not scared of anybody, and I respect that in a sense. But he's not beating JDS. He's not going to beat him tonight. It's not going to happen. He's got a one-track mind. All he can do is throw big power punches. He can't jab. He can't really even hook. He has no grappling game, no ground game at all. As you saw in the Stefan Struve fight, every time Struve got close to a takedown or he was managed to push Struve down and wanted to chase him down there, his own coaches were screaming, "Don't go down," because they know that Stefan Struve could submit him. We haven't seen what JDS can do on the ground, and I think this fight could actually open the doors up for that because Mark Hunt is so bad on the ground. He has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Blackhouse under the Nogueiras and trains with Silva, Anderson Silva, so I want to believe that he can submit people on the ground. His boxing is just too dominant to really need to take that risk. We may see that tonight. We saw it against Shane Carwin and against Roy Nelson. JDS isn't scared to shoot. A pure wrestling shoot, double leg takedown. He hit it against Shane about 3 times with ease, and Shane was a very top level wrestler. So I kind of want to say that we may see a submission win out of Junior Santos if the fight presents itself to be a little challenging in the stand-up, which I don't think it will. But I think that what we'll see in this fight from JDS, we'll see a little bit more of the kicking game because he isn't a very comfortable kicker. He really just likes to rely on the jab and rely on the big straight rights. He's got tricky uppercuts and really powerful right hook. We're going to really see that full arsenal unleash on Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt doesn't have good enough defense to stop the strikes. He doesn't have the speed to stop the strikes. If they come and bang, this fight won't last 3 minutes. If they really work on a pace, it won't make it out of the 2nd round. Someone's going to knock someone out, or JDS will submit him. Personally, I think that this fight is probably going to go to the 2nd. I want to think that JDS is going to try to really manipulate the fight in the way that he's going to want it to go because Mark Hunt's not going to be able to stop him in that regard. So I want to say Junior Dos Santos is going to win with a knockout, probably from a straight right or an uppercut in the 2nd round. I don't think Mark Hunt has a chance. I think that he has less of a chance than Bigfoot does of beating Kane. I know there's a lot of fans out there. I just don't think that he's ready for this type of fight. And this is actually considered a #1 contender fight. If he beats JDS, they're going to say he can fight Kane. I don't think Dana's going to ever allow that. Even if he does beat JDS, he couldn't beat Kane. I don't think he beat JDS. I think the UFC knows that he can't beat JDS, and that's why they want to see another huge fight in JDS Kane 3. I kind of see the business in this fight. I think it's a setup. Junior Santos should walk right through him. Easy win. So that's my prediction for this fight. Hope you guys enjoy. Just leave some comments. Got any questions, hit me up. And enjoy the fights. Peace.